It appears as if Gypsy Rose just cannot get enough of dragging her husband on the internet 24/7. It's like every single day she steps forward with little, like just a few more tidbits of information that she puts out there purposely for the sole purpose of humiliating her husband, or soon to be ex-husband, Ryan. And she's in direct contact with several tabloids, including TMZ, feeding them information. I'm guessing there may be some type of exchange in order, hey, give us a little bit of inside information, we'll give you a few bucks. It appears as if she herself is providing photos of herself directly to TMZ. We know she just got a nose job. Now she has some work done on her teeth. I'm not blaming her for that because we know what her mother did to her teeth. So, I'm happy that she's, able to work on herself and make herself feel better about herself. But at the same time, it's kind of disgusting that she's continuing on this smear Ryan campaign when it's clear that she just wants to have a hot girl summer. She wants to go out there and do what she wants to do. She basically wants to live like a teenage girl. She doesn't want to have to answer to a husband or anyone. But instead of just saying that, she's constantly smearing Ryan because she's desperate to make herself look like a victim because she doesn't know anything else. For Gypsy, I believe she sees worth in victimhood. Without being a victim of something, what is she really worth? That's all she knows. She was this fake victim the entire time she was living with her mom, and now she's a victim of what her mother did. And if anyone for one moment looks at her like a normal, regular human being instead of a walking and talking victim, she doesn't know how to handle it. But now she's providing TMZ and other tabloids with useless information about Ryan, once again complaining about Ryan's habits, even going so far as to listing the type of food items that Ryan was keeping in her fridge that sent her up the wall and caused her to leave and immediately, go start blowing her ex. But let's go ahead and dive right into this article. Gypsy Rose threw away more than a couple of items in Ryan's fridge. She was chucking entire cartons of food, new and old. Gypsy and her estranged husband would dine out a lot during their marriage. But Ryan rarely ate all of his grub at the restaurants they'd go to, choosing to take much of it home instead. We're told that him constantly bringing home doggy bags and to-go boxes of chow came to a head at one point before their split, resulting in their fridge getting packed with a ton of containers, which we're told really started to pile up. Our sources also tell us the couple had also been filming season 2 of Gypsy's Lifetime show, where they would get meals provided by production. So those meals would also get boxed up and added to the fridge. Safe to say this got on Gypsy's nerves after a while. We're told Gypsy started to feel very triggered and stressed out about all of the food hoarding. As our sources say, it deeply reminded her of her late mother, Dee Dee Blanchard's issues. I want to go ahead and pause right here, because they say that, Gypsy Rose's nerves got worked up after a while. I understand that, maybe she had an issue with Ryan having food in the fridge. Whatever. If this was something like, Gypsy dealt with this for a long time, and now she's revealing some of the reasons why she was uncomfortable, that's one thing. Gypsy Rose has only been out of jail for 3 months. Okay? In those 3 months, the girl damn near spent a month on the road before even returning home, before her parole officer told her she needed to get the hell out of Kansas City and take her ass back to Louisiana. And then she spent, I would assume a couple of more weeks going on this press tour all around the country. She's in New York City. She's in various cities doing podcasts and morning shows and talk shows. So in all reality, I understand that things build up on people after a while, but this didn't have a chance to build up and really send Gypsy through the roof like how they're explaining. Gypsy didn't even have that much time living with Ryan. As I explained, she's only been out of jail for like 3 months. And in those 3 months, a couple of those months, or a large chunk of that time, has been spent in hotels in various cities throughout America. So we're only looking at maybe roughly a month or so here that she was actually physically living with Ryan at their house and not anywhere else. But I just wanted to, make that clear, because they're acting as if this is a woman who's been putting up with Ryan for way too long and it built up and finally she exploded, when in reality she dealt with Ryan's stuff for a few weeks and then automatically kicked him to the curb to go on to her next adventure. But let's go ahead and dive back into this article. We're told Gypsy started to feel very triggered and stressed out by all the food hoarding issues, saying it reminded her of her mother. In order to cope with the stress, we're told Gypsy decided to clear out the fridge one day, which blew up into drama with her ex. Since Gypsy didn't know what was old or new, as nothing was labeled, she ended up throwing out damn near everything. And then Ryan accused Gypsy of throwing away food he was planning to eat and take to work. And as we previously reported, this escalated into a very heated argument. We're told the food hoarding had nothing to do with Ryan's weight, as he's been losing weight since reaching 500 pounds. Apparently, Ryan is just particular about when he eats. While all of this may sound trivial, it was clearly too much for Gypsy, who's been adjusting to life outside prison since her December release. So, an interesting point that I saw someone make in one of my comment sections, I don't know why I didn't think of it, because it's like right there, like glaring in all of our faces. Gypsy Rose has filed a restraining order against Ryan. Ryan has filed a restraining order against Gypsy. But as I've been trying to tell you, what's going on behind the scenes, and as they revealed right here in this article, they're already filming season 2 of Gypsy's new reality show. So how in the hell are they going to pull off this reality show when we have 2 people that have signed on to this reality show? I believe they even signed on for another season, but they got restraining orders against each other. I think that's an interesting situation. You got 2 people living within close proximity of each other, 2 people who were just married on the same reality show, but, they're not supposed to be anywhere near each other right now. But as far as all of these claims about Ryan, as I've told you all since the beginning, I'm not here to really defend this guy. I'm not saying that all of this stuff isn't true. But in reality, I feel like Gypsy is being really nitpicky, coming up with whatever excuses she can instead of just being honest. And I think the general public would appreciate it if she was a little more honest about her situation. Now, to be clear, her situation doesn't have to be anyone's business, but she's making it her business. She's the one, and the people around her giving this information to the tabloids. She's the one that just signed on for another season, and as you heard, she's already filming season 2. There was already a season 1. So we have this woman here who has signed her privacy away. She wants to get money. She wants to stir up whatever drama she can to have people invested. So that's why people are discussing that. But, I honestly think that if she was just straightforward about the situation, people would have less to say. But she feels the need to have the last word. Last we heard, Ryan filed the restraining order and basically put it out there. Like, oh, all of this other stuff, I don't know about all of that. The reason we split up is because of Ken. At some point in time, during one of Gypsy's shows airing on Lifetime, Ken, her ex-fiance, saw Gypsy on TV, realized how much money and attention she was getting, and he got in contact with her family and weaseled his way into their relationship, and that's what caused the split. But Gypsy can't let Ryan have the last word. She has to come out again, put out even more information about Ryan's hoarding habits to make herself look like a victim and to make Ryan look like this bad guy hoarder who's just like her mom. And even though Ryan looks a lot like her mom, I feel as if Gypsy will compare anyone to her mom, anyone that has any say-so in her life. I don't think she can handle anyone having anything to say or any oversight of her at all. But with all of that being said, let me know what you think about all of this down in the comments below. While you're down there, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe. If you would like to donate, you can donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. But with all of that being said, I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.